I built this massive roller coaster on Bloxburg, and I'm going to show you how to make one for yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make roller coasters using game passes, but you can make them without game passes using this water slide tutorial that I made over a year ago. Also note that there's no right way to make roller coasters, it's really just up to your liking, but I'll just show you how to do the basics in this video. There are two main pieces that you'll need in order to make roller coasters. You'll need the actual roller coaster structure and of course the track. Now again, building coasters is a completely unique experience for everyone, so building track and building structures is going to be a different process for each person that builds them and for each coaster that you make. But here are three different types of tracks that I made that maybe you'll be able to replicate on your own coasters. Here's a more rectangle shaped one, a more cylinder shaped one, and then a wooden coaster track. Now the same information is going to go for your pillars or structures for your coasters. You can make them detailed, you can have a cylinder type structure, or you could have a more square one, or it could be just as simple as placing a pillar and you could call it a day. Now we're on to the hard and expensive part. We need to actually build the coaster. Now I don't have the exact number because there's other stuff on my plot, but I believe this coaster cost around $200,000 to $300,000. Keep in mind though that this coaster is extremely detailed and your coaster doesn't need to be this expensive or detailed. Basic shapes are expensive, and in order to purchase a track piece or a structure piece, each of them costs about $1,000 to $1,500. If you're poor, I definitely wouldn't recommend you start building a coaster unless you're going to make it super undetailed. Surprisingly, building a coaster is actually pretty simple. Once you build the track and the structure, all you have to do is just leave it up to your creative mind to decide where the coaster goes and what loops and inversions and elements you want to add to it. Now to the actual building process. As you'll see, once you click on one of these track pieces here, you'll see it just pops off, and you'll see the coaster is made up of like hundreds of these small track pieces, and you pretty much just use the transform tool game pass to decide where these go. It's really tedious, but I actually find it quite fun. So once you build your track pieces, just go ahead and place 10 of them on the ground, and then choose your transform tool game pass, and then what you'll do is click on the actual track and drag it up to the spot where you want it to be. You can drag it left, right, up, down, etc. You can spin it around and get the track exactly where you want. Creating loops is done using the same process. You'll just drag it up to where it needs to be and then rotate it to be upside down or sideways, I guess, however you want your loop to look like, and then you can just snap it into place just like you would if the track were normal. Now as you get the hang of it, you'll be able to add more elements to your coasters, but I'd recommend starting with just a coaster that goes up and down so you can get a feel for what your future coasters will look like. On this coaster I made a coaster train which has wheels, restraints, a front, and then connecting pieces and seat. This was completely custom, and you can make your coaster trains using whatever basic shapes and structural items you want. It's really just up to your creative mind. I got inspiration for this coaster train from the Velocicoaster at Universal Studios Orlando. But as you can see, it really is just some basic shapes thrown together to make it look like a coaster train. If you remember in the summer of 2021, a lot of people were making water slides, and that became a popular custom thing to make in the Bloxburg community, and shortly after, a water slides update was published to the game. I'm thinking that maybe the same could happen with roller coasters in the future, but I'm sure that's probably a more far-fetched and harder idea to implement into the game. Though it would be cool to have actual working roller coasters. For now, you can just use Freak. I'll quickly show you what this roller coaster looks like on Freak. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.